Welcome everyone to episode number 86 of the Road to NBA 2K22 series here on the PlayStation 5. My name is CollegeSportsREVIVED, and it's great to have you alongside me as we hop into Season 6's All-Star Weekend today. I always like to use the All-Star break in this series as a way to check in with the entire league as a whole. I'll be highlighting some opposing players throughout an exciting three-point contest and an entertaining All-Star game like always. Year 6's All-Star Weekend is hosted by the Cleveland Cavs as we take a look at the three-point participants, including Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Ferran, Donnie, Aaron Catley, and Deshaun Christian. So we'll definitely be seeing plenty of familiar faces in this year's All-Star Weekend shootout. I'm not watching the dunk contest. 2K unfortunately ruined it with the transition to this generation of consoles. It's just so boring. They don't even use props or anything on their dunks, so it's just not even worth hopping into. And nobody from my three friends made it anyway to the dunk contest, but the three-point contest is the bomb as Ferran tries to defend his three-point title from a season ago, taking down this guy in the finals of that three-point contest last year. Steph Curry will open things up tonight with a perfect corner rack, averaging 24 points, 6 assists, and he is second in the NBA behind Duncan Robinson in three-point percentage at 46% from beyond the arc, and Steph Curry has not missed so far. The do zone for 3 points, and he is still perfect. How about the top of the key now? Steph Curry. He has guided Golden State to the 6th seed in the West here heading into All-Star Weekend, and he does not want to miss. It's Steph Curry catching fire. This is for 24. He still is perfect. Now he's selected his money ball rack to be the left wing, and it looks like he's going to try to stay perfect, although he did miss the second one. But still only one miss from the entire field of racks, and here in the corner he's going to continue to stay hot. Another perfect rack. Only one missed shot for Steph Curry in the first round. 38 out of a possible 40 points for Steph. Now we're going to move on to Damian Lillard, my longtime rival within this series, and that's not going to change this season as he moves to Brooklyn, and he will select his money ball to be the first one right out of the gate, and he knocks down 5 for 5. One thing I definitely noticed this year in the 2K22 three-point contest, I feel like there's a lot less missed shots this time around. Lillard bookends the second rack with 2 misses, then hits 3 in a row, misses the do zone, and then moves to the top of the key. Now with 14. He's second in the NBA this season in three-point attempts behind his former teammate McCollum. Lillard averages 8.5 threes a game on this season, knocks down the second do zone to put him at 21. It's a pretty serviceable mark so far, but if he catches fire, he can almost punch his ticket into the second round. You'd like to see him get to at least 30 here, and he's at 27, so it's pretty much a given with the way he's shooting. And he's got plenty of time to get all these shots off in rhythm, up to 30, 31, the money ball, make it 33 for Dame Dalla. And he will get up to 33. So Steph Curry 38, Lillard 33, and now stepping up to the plate will be my man Ferran. He selects his money ball rack to be the top of the key, opening up the corner rack with 4 in a row. Can he make it 5 in a row? The money ball will be drained without a hitch. Here we go for Ferran, leading the Knicks in scoring this season and steals. 20.5 points, 2 steals on the season, as he tries to defend his three-point contest title from a season ago, and he was perfect up until that do zone, but it's all good. He's at the money ball rack, and Nadeem looks to stay hot, not even hitting the rim on most of these 3 balls. Trying to go 5 for 5 on the money ball rack, and he does perfectly. This one for 25. He will get this do zone. Ferran in rhythm, he can get 33 and avoid possible elimination if he eclipses Lillard's mark, and it looks like he's on plenty of pace to do that. Oh, a tough rim on the money ball rack, or the money ball on the left wing rack rather. So if he knocks down this shot and then one more, he can clinch his spot into the championship round. And he will do that because I very much doubt that 2 other guys will jump Ferran at 35. So I think him and Curry have their tickets punched. So we're going to move on to Deshaun now. On the best team in the NBA, Deshaun, as Ferran tries to defend his three-point title. Well, Deshaun's trying to defend his NBA title from a season ago. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Obviously, his usage rate's down from a season ago as Deshaun works his way to the first do zone. Did not drop for him, but he's at the top of the key now. Deshaun, 4.2 threes a game. That's tied for 98th in the NBA, so obviously his usage rate is down like I talked about. But he's 12th in the NBA and three-point percentage at 44%. The second do zone falls. Deshaun will need 33 to avoid the chopping block. He won't be eliminated yet, but not getting to 33 will not help his chances. And he's having a tough wing rack here, but he does perhaps salvage it with a money ball. Now he's onto the money ball rack. He missed the second one. He needs the rest of these to fall to have a chance. This one's for 31, and it's knocked through, but pretty lackluster finish there. Might have Deshaun on the chopping block. So we're going to move on to Aaron Cade, who has become a much more complete player ever since he left New Orleans, my former college and NBA teammate. Great to see him here for the second season in a row. And I think Memphis is a team I need to talk about more. They're actually second in the West. We all know Dallas's dominance. They're 49-10, but Memphis is second at 37 wins and 23 losses. And I think Cade has played a big part in that. As he reaches his first do zone, he will miss. Trying to pick up the pace series is at the top of the key, but his money ball rack is the last rack. So Aaron Cade, 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists on the year, 46% shooting, and 43% from three as he knocks down a long three there. The do rack goes, and Cade might have salvaged his performance if he puts up a good wing rack here. This one for a perfect 5 for 5 from the left wing, and he knocks it down. He's going to need all money balls to stay in contention. 25, 27, Cade for 29, yes, 31, Cade for 33, and it is good. So Cade ties Lillard at 33 with a clutch finish, knocking down his last 10 shots as we move on to Donovan Gray to round out the first round. Donovan hasn't attempted as many threes as a lot of the other contestants as he goes 4 for 5 in the corner rack, but he's still shooting 43% from behind the line. His efficiency's always been there from all three levels in his career as he tries to stay afloat with some of the great performances we've seen from the other guys. He's at 13 as he finishes up his money ball rack and the do zone. Now to the top of the key, Donnie G at 16. Now 17, money ball. No, it's off. And that's the first money ball he's missed all day, and he really needed one of those do zones. He's at 17. Now he's starting to go a little bit cold, 18. Donnie G, 19. He's going to need 33 to avoid the chopping block with Deshaun. It's 21. It's 22. I don't think the math favors Donnie. Bit of a tough patch there with neither do zone dropping, and then the wing not falling into his favor. So 27 as Donovan finishes last, and this means that we're going to have a shootout. As you all know, the finals round takes 3 shooters, the top 3. So we need to find out whether Lillard or Cade will join Fordham and Steph Curry in the final round. So Lillard will begin. And obviously in the tie-breaking round, it's only 35 seconds, I believe, to get up as many shots as you can. But something pretty interesting happened here. You see Lillard, his money ball rack is the right wing rack, which is smart, obviously, because if you have half the time, you're probably not even going to make it to that top of the key rack, or at least finish it, as Lillard's starting to catch fire a little bit. Maybe the do zone could help him here. 2 seconds, 1 second. Lillard with a pretty decent total of 17. But as we head to Aaron Cade, I guess this was a 2K, screwing him type of deal, because Cade's money ball rack was all the way on the right wing, and there's just no way he can get there in time, so he's already underhanded. So Cade, I mean, what can you do when you don't have a money ball rack and Lillard does, and you only got 30 seconds? Then you have to pretty much be perfect, and Cade's already missed one. He will knock down another. 7 seconds to shoot the do zone to stay alive, and it rims out. 3 seconds, yep, and Cade will fall short with no money ball rack. And even if he did have the do zone, even if he did knock that one down, he will only finish with 16 as Lillard finishes with 17. So the championship round will be Lillard, Steph Curry, and Fordham, with Damian starting us out with the corner rack being all makes. A quick 6 points for Dame Dollar Let's see if he wants to have a round like Steph did in the first round, where Steph only missed one shot. Lillard still perfect. How about another money ball? It's 12 for Dame Dollar. How about the do zone on top of it all? No, it just rims out. Lillard trying to stay focused though, top of the key. He's attempted the second most threes in the NBA this season. He's had the volume for this moment. Up at the top of the key, that's his third perfect rack. He's just missing the do zones, but he banks in the second just for a little bit of flavor. Lillard, look at this. Onto the money ball rack, trying to stay red hot. Lillard at 27, trying to make it 29 as his last money ball falls. 11 seconds left. Lillard at 30 with time to spare. He's got one more regular ball and then one more money ball for 34, and he knocks it through. Very impressive sum for Damian Lillard. Now we're up to Ferran as the second shooter, and he will begin his first money ball rack. Well, his first rack will be the money ball rack, I should say, as he wants to knock down all five just like Lillard did. Yes! Ferran, a bit of an interesting strategy there, coming off cold off the bench, but he still knocks down all five of his money ball shots. He'll finally miss one at the right wing, but then he'll knock down the money ball there too for 15. Oh, almost 18. He would have been pacing Lillard great if he knocked that one down. So 37 seconds left in the round. 18. How about 19? How about this one for 21? It's Ferran with 21 points. Now 24. He needs 10 points in these last two racks to at least tie Lillard. 25 as he missed the first on the right wing. 26, 27. Netting this one will give him 29. Yes! How about 30? No. But if he cleans out this last rack, he can tie Lillard. 31, 32. This one's for the tie. Yes! It's Ferran knocking down 8 out of his last 10 to keep it alive. But it's all up to Steph Curry now. If he can knock down 35 points after a legendary first-round performance, he will be walking home with the hardware, getting revenge on Ferran for beating him in the championship last season. Curry coming off that 38-point performance in the first round, only missed one money ball. Let's see what he's got cooking. He's already missed one here on the right wing. Moving over to the do zone, he takes his time, and he will not knock down the do zone. Wow. Steph Curry then to the top of the key. He's sitting at 13, pacing pretty well. 14. How about this one for 15? Rattles home 17. Now he's pacing really well, especially if he can knock down the do zone, and he does. Steph Curry has a great chance to seal it here, and that money ball rack is his last rack. 22. How about 23? This one for 25. He got it. Steph will need all 5 money balls to become the three-point shootout champion. He's got the first 3. Here comes the 4th. This one for the win, and Steph loses the three-point shootout. Oh my goodness, he had it in the bag and he missed the final one. So both Lillard and Ferran tie. That will lead us to a 30-second shootout between Damian Lillard and Ferran to see who will be the champion. Oh, that one just rimmed out, that money ball. That could prove fatal for Lillard as he moves on to the right wing. He missed 2 in a row, but now he's trying to make 4 in a row for the second time, and he does. Here comes the do zone, and he will bank it in. It's 12 for Lillard, top of the key, 3 seconds, 14. This one for 15, this one for 16, and he doesn't get the money ball off either. So Lillard will sit at 15, and it's an even playing field at least because neither player has their money ball on their first 3 racks, so we're chilling. It's an even playing field here in the championship round as Ferran starts out hot. He is rimming in all these threes, going 5 for 5 in the first rack. Here comes the second rack. He needs 16 to win, 15 for another shootout, and Ferran doesn't want that at all. You can tell he's at 12. He's so close to the win already. That's 15. He just needs 2 more shots to win, and there it is. Ferran defends his three-point contest title. 2 in a row for Ferran Nadim. What a moment this is. Well, I've said it before, I feel like why Ferran does so well in the three-point contest is take a look at his stats. I mean, he's always had better stats on the road in his career, especially after he's come to the Knicks, and I feel like that added pressure I mean, he just sweats it off. He doesn't even worry about the fans and the spotlight during the contest. So we're going to move on to the NBA All-Star Game. This would be the third season in a row that all of my friends, including myself, would make the All-Star Game, and that would reign true this season. In fact, we actually see some uncharted territory is discovered by one of my friends. Donovan's actually a first-time starter. That's the first time ever in this series we've seen a hometown buddy of mine make the All-Star Game and be selected as a starting player. He will play for Steph Curry's team, while me, Deshaun, and Ferran will be the first guys coming off the bench for Team Giannis. And some pretty other notable guys making the All-Star Game. If you guys want to pause the screen and check them out, we're going to hop right into the game and waste no time. We got Team Giannis in yellow versus Team Steph in blue. And it'll be Steph Curry trying to brush off that pretty embarrassing loss there in the three-point championship, as it'll be Team Steph with this possession, as Donovan actually has to play a bit of an interesting role this time around, as he sets a nice screen for Cade to glide to the rim. But Donovan's actually the starting center for Team Curry, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, Donovan's played a lot of 4, and most recently he's played some 3 for the Knicks this season, so interesting to see him play the 5. This one's kicked out to Anthony Davis for 3. AD, the unibrow. I remember when he was my teammate for such a long time. He's averaging 22 points, 8 rebounds. Not the same production as whenever I was his point guard, but New Orleans is still around 500 in the West. They're competing for a playoff spot. They're 8th in the Western Conference, as Curry now will take one to the cup. Taking a 12-8 lead is Giannis, but Steph Curry going nowhere. As Curry, he's now defending Luka, who's been one of the best players on the floor here in the first couple minutes, hanging to his right and knocking down points 6 and 7. Doncic actually 3rd in the MVP voting up to this point this season, 24 points, 8 assists. And of course, Dallas with the top record in the NBA. This one's tipped around as Deshaun checks in. It is Luka on the other end. So Dallas playing some defense with Deshaun blocking a shot, I believe, getting a piece of Kawhi Leonard's attempt, and then Luka topping it off on the other end, as Team Giannis jumps out to a pretty big lead here in the first half, as I finally make my first mark in the stat sheet today, getting my first minutes here in the All-Star Game, my 3rd appearance ever as an All-Star. It's Deshaun off a missed free throw, who delivers a nice pass to Ferran in the adjacent corner. So me, Deshaun, and Ferran all check in as Donovan checks out, and we take the biggest lead of the ball game. Team Giannis is moving and grooving as we're up by 10. Karl-Anthony Towns setting me a pick, and I move to my right, setting a screen for Ferran. Nice little double cross, moving to his right in some congestion, one-on-one against Lillard, but he still knocks it down. No assist, but I'll take it. And I mean, hey, I'm still looking for my first stat, as we are almost at the end of the first half of action. 29-17 as I'm getting after it, taking it away from Zion Williamson, looking for an assist, but this one is tipped away from Karl-Anthony Towns, but it's all good, we'll get it back. And I'm sizing up my man, getting a screen from Katz, and this time I do not mess up the lob. That one's punched down. All right, so I set a couple of screens and I set up a couple guys, but finally I record my first stat. I have an assist and a rebound, and I'm continuing to do the dirty work. Now I'm stopping Damian Lillard on a drive, and Trae Young picks me up. I'm moving to my right, hop step, little handoff, as Giannis does a great job moving to the ball, coming right behind me. I can set up our team captain for his first basket. 33-26 as we enter the second half of action. As we go inside to Nikola Vucevic. Good to see him an All-Star. It's his 3rd All-Star appearance of his career, as he stuck down low, give it to me with 6 seconds left to shoot, stepping it back on Trae Young, and that might be one of the most anticlimactic buckets you'll ever see. One of the most anticlimactic buckets for an All-Star debut, but I mean, hey, 2 points is 2 points, and I check out a couple possessions later. So Donovan trying to set up Steph Curry, good pass, it's off the mark by Curry. It's Jokic, beautiful feed up ahead to Deshaun Christian in the corner. Nikola Jokic is actually putting together one of the more impressive seasons out of any player in this all-star game. He's averaging 20.5 points, leading all centers in the league, third in rebounding in the NBA, and then second in NBA assists, as this one's dumped down. Nice pass from Kawhi Leonard. It's Donnie G getting on the scoreboard, as here comes Team Steph. They're only down by 3 now. They've made it a possession game despite being down by 10 at the end of the first half of action. That would have tied the game from Steph, but he misses. It's collected by Deshaun. Up ahead to Karl Anthony Towns, dunking it down on top of Bam Adebayo. Oh my goodness, there goes Cat for a huge dunk. We all know Cat has plenty of finesse out on the perimeter for a big guy. He's actually only one of 3 centers in the league this season to be above 40% from 3. And the other 2 are Nikola Jokic and Al Horford. But man, that dunk was something else. As there goes Durant, as he takes the lead back for Team Steph, and they wouldn't look back there here at the end of the half. It's now 56-48. All of a sudden, the script has flipped, and there's a steal. Up ahead to Zion. It's Curry with the assist. 22-6 run for Team Steph as we close the end of the first half with a pretty sour note. Between Durant's threes, Donovan's screens, and James Harden throwing some nice assists, with Steph Curry starting to get going, all of a sudden Team Steph is out to a huge lead, and Donnie will extend that on the first possession of the second half. Donnie G from 3. So Donovan, I mean, what more can I say about him this season? He's actually 4th in the NBA in plus minus. I think I'm going to talk about that more next episode, as this one is then Durant on my first possession back out on the floor. And I don't even know what to say about this one. Have you ever seen a player pull out something like this in an all-star game? Oh my goodness, Durant. I remember James Harden had it between the leg dunks in one of the all-star games. I think that was back in 2K20 when I was still in the Pelicans, my first all-star game, if I remember correctly. It seems like there's always one show-stopping play like that every season in this all-star game, as in I'll knock down a bucket, trying to get things back on track. There's my second basket of the night with 3 rebounds and 3 assists, trying to do all I can as I'm trying to provide some value in every stat, as this one swings over to Donnie. Look at the ball movement. We had everyone scrambling thanks to Team Steph's ball movement. Donovan, he will tack on 3 more points to his total. He's got the most points out of any hometown friend tonight. Here comes Luka for 3, and it's barely rimming out. It's Donovan that collects it. Up ahead to Lillard, as those 2, the former teammates, linking up here, as Donovan will put his shoulder into Paul George, and then it's snatched by Anthony Davis. The brow up ahead to Doncic for 3. Nice sequence to hopefully get things back on track. We're still down by 16, but what a way to end the third quarter. Donovan's having a really enjoyable night, but I still remember when I was on the Pelicans and he was on the Blazers, him and Anthony Davis went toe-to-toe all the time. Doesn't seem like that's changed. That was an incredible block by the brow. So obviously now with the rules, the target score 110, whatever the leading team is, you know, add 24 points to their total, and that's what these teams are trying to shoot for. So we're going to turn back the clock a little bit. How about me and Anthony Davis hooking up for a lob? Oh my goodness, turning back the clock indeed. Man, it feels like second nature even though we haven't played with each other in a year and a half. Still pretty crazy that me and the brow had the connection. No hard feelings between me and the brow. He's never the one who had the issue with me, as this one's a lob from Curry to Bam. But yeah, it was only really the organization and the fans in New Orleans. It feels like Josh Hart, Aaron Cayley, and the brow never really have an issue with me, so that's all good in my eyes, man, because I'm out of there anyway. Here comes Steph Curry. I'm trying to defend that layup the best I can. Not really sure what else I can do as Curry's up to 15. I'm trying to rush things up back the other direction. Get a step on Curry. Skip pass over to Towns, who has it blocked by Durant, and then it goes off of Towns. So Team Steph will take over. Some rotten luck there, as this one will go down low. Nice closeout by myself on Steph Curry. This time it's Deshaun leading the break as he checks back in. Gives it back out to me. The paint's pretty open, but I do see Donovan patrolling out there. So I'll wait until Jokic keeps moving off of 2 screens, and that'll be my 6th and final assist of the night. I would get taken out pretty quick after this last possession, as I'm just setting it up for my teammates here, inside to Nikola Jokic. And this one's a deflected pass, but he kicks it back out to me as it's deflected back out into his hands. And Jokic will give me the assist. The two top assist guys in the NBA, it's me and Jokic. I believe he's at 9.8 on the year a game, and I'm at 10.2. And we hook up there for the last basket that I'd be involved in my third All-Star game of my career. So Team Steph only a couple more baskets away. Here comes James Harden for three. Now 108 to 84. Now a two will take care of it. We'll see if my team, Team Giannis, has any more highlight plays saved here for the end of the game. It's PG-13. Also missing a shot. We've gone cold here in this final period of play. And then it's Donnie backdoor. That would have been a foul in a regular game. If this wasn't an exhibition game, he would have shot a free throw with that one. But Donovan seals it for Team Steph. And they're going to walk out of here with a W. Kind of sucks, but I mean, hey, I made it All-Star game. We all did. We all had a great time, and we all played pretty well. So, All-Star game MVP for Season 6 is Durantula, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, only 3 missed shots. Curry and Leonard with 15 apiece. And then Donnie G, the only player from our hometown group to start an All-Star game, 12-7, made a nice positive impression, as he was a big reason why Team Steph had so many easy and open shots they knocked down there in the second half. We saw Young with 11. I did a good job covering him and Lillard, as Lillard was only 4 for 11. Luka led Team Giannis with 20 points. Then Giannis himself had 12 and 8. Check out the unibrow with 9 and 5 with 2 blocks, including that one on Donovan. And then I had 7 and 6 with 3 of 4 shots falling for me. Ferran also had 7, 2 for 6 shooting. We moved down a little bit, and Deshaun didn't have that many touches, but he made good on them when he had them. 5 points, 2 for 2 shooting, had a couple assists, a steal, and a block. So a pretty well-rounded 19 minutes for Deshaun as well. So we have finally reached the end of the All-Star break. We have 21 games left to go in Season 6. We battled a lot this season. We still find ourselves in third place in the East. Speaking of that, I'm going to show you the NBA standings and the NBA leaders and stats as we round out this episode. And I know you guys might be wondering, Cade Cunningham, did he get traded? Well, at the end of the last episode, I believe I should come clean and say yes, he did get traded. He got traded on the same day that we faced Portland there. And that was the day that the All-Star break, or rather the trade deadline, came around. So all there's left to do is to find out where he got traded and what our return was. Also, if you guys want to check that in the comment section, I'm going to have an update on my College Hoops 2K8 fiasco, where for some reason all of my files just disappeared. I know you guys want to see the Fordham legacy coming back soon. I do too, man. I'm dying to play that. Still trying to figure that out. So I'll leave down an update in the comment section below for you guys, and anytime I make a breakthrough or something else comes to fruition about it, definitely will let you guys know and keep you guys updated the best I can about that, because I want to play Fordham so bad. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to fix my 360 in the files, and I think I have some ideas, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. So we're rounding out the league leaders. It's time to finally find out, as we round out this episode, where did Cade get traded to? And that answer would be the Washington Wizards. Cade Cunningham and Kevin Knox, with a second-round pick in 2022, moved to Washington, as in return we get Montrezl Harrell, 2 first-round picks, and Corey Kispert. I think this is a pretty even trade for both sides, and we're going to talk about things one by one. First, starting out with the Wizards. Despite the East being super competitive this season, the Wizards are right there with a playoff spot at their fingertips, and they're doing this without Bradley Beal. He tore his ACL in like the second month of the season. Not even, I think earlier. I think maybe the first month he tore his ACL, and even without Beal, they're a very competitive team and a very competitive Eastern Conference. So perhaps grabbing Cade Cunningham to be their future centerpiece alongside Jerome Clifford may be just what Cade needs as he goes back to his previous position. He played at Montverde Academy and at Oklahoma State. Obviously, point guard is where he wants to be, and I think his skills could mesh very well with Jerome Clifford, my former college rival, who's having a career season. He's top 5 in assists and top 10 in three-point percentage. Jerome Clifford and Cade Cunningham could be one of the best backcourts that the Eastern Conference has to offer in a few seasons. So I think that works great for the Wizards. On our side of things, we get Montrezl Harrell a little rebounding punch in the post, as I think Donovan Gray is going to move to the small forward position. We could bring Montrezl off the bench. He has played off the bench for a decent amount of his career, and his per 36-minute stats are awesome for his career. I mean, this guy just lights it up, and he's a big energy guy. Former second-round pick, one of the hardest workers in the NBA. I've always loved Montrezl Harrell since watching him at Louisville. So who knows what we're going to do with this lineup, because now we have some extra depth at the forward position. Previously, we only had Eric Paschall and Jahlil Okafor coming off the bench for us. Now, Montrezl Harrell makes things very interesting. We get more rebounding, more energy on a team that needs to improve a little bit under the glass. Because Donovan averaging 15 rebounds a game, it can't be just him grabbing those boards. So appreciate you guys stopping by today. This is College Sports Revive signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the All-Star Weekend video for Season 6. Next time you see me, we'll be hopping back into business, opening up the second half of the year with a tango against the Heat, where we're going to see the debut of Montrezl Harrell. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully it's a revenge game for us as we take on the Heat. Stay tuned for that, guys. See you guys around.